Dozens of people have been killed and more than 150 injured in Seoul after a stampede broke out during Halloween festivities. Officials say revellers were crushed to death when a large crowd pushed forward in a narrow alleyway. More than 400 emergency workers rushed to the scene, but for the row now lying motionless under blue blankets, it was already too late. Police have restricted traffic to make way for ambulances, while officials issued emergency text messages urging people in the area to return home. Authorities say dozens of people received CPR on the streets. 100,000 people reportedly flocked to the Itaewon area for the celebration, the biggest recorded since COVID-19 restrictions eased in South Korea in recent months.
This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 2. Thus saith the Lord Yahawashi, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Call Allah.
Yahawah, Bahasham, Bahasham, Qadash.
Shalom to the elected and 1/3 of the children of Israel. This is Prophets in Babylon, Tampa Bay, Florida. My name is Bella Daniel, all by my side.
Brother Sean.
Double honors to the teachers and the head apostles of the great millstone of Ruel. Peace and salutations to the alchemy of pushing out this work with true sincerity. Also, Barak to the Aquathian who are listening as well. All right, so we want to bring out this topic of the wicked holiday. You know, all the holidays that's not of the of the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Are considered as wicked, and we've been saying this for the past. Starting with the elders and apostles for the past 30 years, man. You know, it's a very wicked holiday, and you gotta question yourself. You know, like the same holidays that you're celebrating, the Satanists also celebrate as well. You know what I'm saying? Where does it come from? Where does the origins of these holidays come from? You know, what's the dark side of it? But do you actually sell this? Or you just continue to, or you just continue in ignorance and just go with the flow like everyone else is. No, you got to stop and question yourself. You got to do research. Why am I celebrating this every single year? Why am I spending so much money on, stuff that doesn't even matter? Why am I doing this for the kids without even knowing where this came from? It's a part of the matrix, man. Whatever the world is doing and you're doing it without even questioning it, it shows a lot, man. You gotta open your mind and do and do some research. So can you bring back that precept again?
Come on, this is the book of Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Thus saith Yahawah, learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathen, man. Learn not the ways of the heathen. We will command it not to learn the ways of the heathen. Thus saith the Lord. Continue.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
And be not dismayed of the signs of heaven, man. Don't be dismayed of the foolishness and and the distractions that are in the heavens, man. You know what I'm saying? Or like the things that they promote. Don't be dismayed of the signs of the heavens, man. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays they mix with like for example Christmas for example, man. They mix the Bible with that holiday, or Easter with the Bible as well, but there's no evidence that there's Easter or Christmas within the Bible, man. But there is scriptures that goes against those holidays, man.
Mm-hmm.
And we can show you that. All right, go ahead.
It says, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Mm-hmm.
So that means the heathen are in fear when they see these things in the skies. Right. But to us, that's salvation. It say, look up, your redemption is not.
That's
roughly
right.
Paraphrasing. So when you see the chariots, that's basically what it comes down to, because the chariot is what's used to protect us. All the brothers that are in this truth. But if you're not in this truth, then obviously, that they're going against, they're ready to take you out, man.
That's right.
All right. Continuing, it says, verse 3, to prove the point of what the brother was saying about the Christmas, it says, for the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
That's right.
The work of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
So every year, man, we're gonna hop back to Halloween, but every year, what they do, they go outside, they find a perfect evergreen tree, and they chop it down and they put it in the house. And what else that they do? Continue.
Verse 4, they deck it with silver and with gold.
They deck it with silver and gold, all right? With family pictures and all kinds of, crazy stuff. And they put on the tree. And they put Christmas lights on the tree nowadays. Back then, it was just silver and gold. And go ahead.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not.
You see? And they put that little stand where the tree can't move from one end to the next. It stays still. This is in the Bible, man. This is in the Bible. And the Lord said not to learn the way of the heathen. So when you do this, you are going against what the Lord says. Go ahead.
Con, and may I add in Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 2, when it says learn not the way of the heathen, when you go into that word learn in the blue letter, it says to be taught, be trained. And our people, when you participate in Halloween, the parents of the children that go out, wearing the costumes, doing trick or treating, they're training their child to follow that custom, man. All right, without even knowing its origin.
That's right.
So then those childs, they trained up and they grow up knowing that's all they know is to celebrate Halloween on that certain day, man. All right, and then they're gonna teach their children the same customs, but it's a pagan custom. All right, and I got that. We can go into the history on that. You want me to go ahead?
Go ahead.
All right, so there's a quick research on history Halloween. When you type it in on Google, it brings up this on blogs.loc.gov. It says, yet the Halloween holiday has its roots in the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. It says a pagan religious celebration. So this is a pagan religious celebration. So even the churches, they celebrate pagan religion. All right, celebration. Okay, when it's trunk or treat, whatever they may call it, try to substitute it. It's still on the same day. It's still following the same customs that these Celtics follow. Okay, it says a pagan religious celebration to welcome the harvest at the end of summer. See, so it's a certain set time. It says when people would light bonfires. Salaki, it says when people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts.
Calm. And also, if I may add, at some point around the 1800s, before the 1800s, and probably mid 1800s, they were completely against the holiday, the Halloween in America. It was illegal to celebrate that holiday. Now, out of nowhere, someone just completely accepted it, and then later on, the people started to celebrate it slowly, and then it wasn't accepted in certain communities. And then out of nowhere, now everyone's celebrating it. Even people outside the U.S. celebrate it now, because they drunk on the wine of the whore, man. They drunk the customs of America. Now everyone's celebrating it. Now everyone's celebrating Christmas. Now everyone's celebrating Thanksgiving.
Come on. And basically it desensitized the people. That's what it was. It was using gradualism, slowly putting in wickedness. Just like how you see now with the LG, community, how, you know what I'm saying, the alphabet people.
Kind of rainbow game.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I didn't want to say the whole thing because they probably would strike it down or something, this YouTube policies. But you get the point. You see how they slowly crept in that wickedness, and now it's going to slowly creep in what? Pedophilia. All right? Because when you go into that LG, all those letters, it has a plus on it. So it adds in zoophilia, which is for the letter Z, which is bestiality. And as well, it adds in, what is it called? Pedos, man.
Yeah, anything outside of the nature of a man and a woman procreating is mental illness. It is mental illness, and you're plagued by demons. There's only two genders. Everything else is mental illness. I don't give a damn. You can hate us. You can speak evil about us. There's only two. The Lord only made two, man. All right.
Come. And so the custom back in the history of Halloween, when it says the Celtics, okay, it says when people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts. So the people now are wearing costumes just like how they did in the past, wearing costumes on this day. So although they might have changed it to call it Halloween or whatever they may call it, you know, whatever the Christian churches call it, or whatever, you know, your parents call it.
Fall festival, trunk or treat. You know, it's just a sugar coating of Halloween. You know what I'm saying?
It's the surface level of it.
It's the surface level of it. It's we just not gonna allow the kids to do the trick or treating. They can just do it at the church, and we'll give them the candy, and we will do the
bonfires if they do that as well, though. Because I know some places do bonfires. Okay, especially up north in the cold. You know, in the times of the cold, they'll do bonfires. So when you're doing these things on these times, you're partaking in, all right, the worship of Samhain, okay, and all these other, you know, things that are linked to this holiday, because there's other things as well. You know, this is just the Celtic. This is just for right now. You know, we're just talking about it. You know, a quick search on it. You can look it up.
You still got the article of what happened in South Korea?
I got that. And I got this scripture real quick, though. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. It says, "Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished."
So, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, man. In the Exodus 23, it says, in Exodus chapter 23, verse 2, it says, follow not the multitude to do evil. You know, slacking with my speech impediment, but follow not the multitude to do evil, man. You know, and also in First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 22, it said, abstain from all appearances of evil. So this walk that we're doing, man, we have to show consideration towards the Heavenly Father and the Son, man. Show consideration, acknowledge the Lord in all your ways, fight the good fight of faith, abstain from all appearances of evil to the best of your ability, because we are in the belly of the beast, which is America, and they promote nothing but evil. We look through our phones, they promote evil. We go outside of our house, they promote evil. Movies on Netflix or anything that you watch, man, they promote some form of evil. And we have to fight against that, because, our subconscious is, it's the huge battle, which is our heart. Because whatever we allow in our subconscious, that's what we got to deal with, or to fight against, like anything that's adverse to the spirit. The Lord commanded us not to celebrate these holidays, man. That's why we have holy days in the Bible, in the Torah, man. The first 5 books of the Bible. That's what we have holy days. We have holy days. We have customs in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? We got new moons. We got Sabbath days. We got our own version of Christmas, which is Hanukkah. That's in the Bible, man. Like Feast of Dedication. Also, let's know that's Hanukkah. That's in the Bible. There's a holy day for that, but people decided to celebrate Christmas, which was originated from the Grecians. Saturnalia. Saturnalia. And that's what they did. And what they did was, it was like a feast where they get drunk and have sex with each other, mainly men. So you gotta do research, man.
You can't just blindly participate in events, man.
Absolutely. And Saint Nick was a wicked dude. He was a real dude, but who made himself the image of Santa Claus. But that was a wicked dude. You know what I'm saying?
And he tried to call himself a saint because it say Saint Nick, man.
Come on.
You know, there's word plays in these names, man.
You know?
Just like the churches, what do they celebrate? JC, which is Caesar Borgia, man. All right, that's not the Messiah of the Bible, man. So you have to really do your research, man. Because if you are deceived, guess what? You're gonna be destroyed. You join hand in these wicked holidays and festivals, you will be destroyed. And we have a perfect example of what happened with these people participating in a festival, man. All right, just so you can get a clear picture of what's to come here in America, because it's going to be worse here. All right, because that's judgment. That's why I say the wicked shall not be punished. So there is a punishment for joining with the wicked. All right, it says, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. So there's two different situations that could occur. You could be delivered or you could be destroyed. And
That's
you
right.
just better hope that you can be delivered, man. All right. So I got this article, though, on judgment that happened with these people that was participating in this wicked Halloween festival. All right. The article is on abcnews.go.com, and it says, the title says, officials 59 dead after Halloween crowd surge in Seoul. It says local media said around 100,000 people flocked to Itaewon streets for the Halloween festivals. So like festivities. So this was a Halloween festivities, and there was 100,000 people that flocked there. It says officials say it was believed that people were crushed to death after a large crowd began pushing forward in a narrow alley near Hamilton Hotel, a major part. So like it says a major party spot in Seoul. So that was a party spot in Seoul, and it said that many people got put to death, man. 59 people, and then 150 people are injured for right now, you know, with this article, which it came out in October 29, 2021 at 1:45 p.m. And right now it's October 29 and it's 2:52. So this is what they have at that time.
So pretty much this is a foreshadow of what could happen or will happen here in America. So like, because every time there's a holiday coming up or an event or a huge event that follows up with that holiday, a lot of people die. All right, a lot of people die, man. And you know, that event that happened in South Korea and like near Seoul, you know, that's just a foreshadow, man. 59 people dead and 150 injured. Now, they just like sometimes the news media like lie about the numbers. It could be more, you know, it could be more dead and it could be more injured.
They said, I was reading in the article, it said that 13 people that of the dead bodies got sent to a different facility wherever they send those dead bodies at. But they said the rest of the bodies remained on the streets. That's what they had said. So they didn't have enough to transport that many bodies of the people that was dead. There's actually people just was lying there, dead on the streets, and they got trampled by a crowd. And that's all the workings of Yahawashi, man.
God.
Amos 3:6. It says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?" And that's what we're doing. You got the Most High set up prophets to blow the trumpet.
That's right.
Okay. Not everybody's gonna hear the sound though, you know, because some of the sound is earring to the other people, man. But everybody should be afraid. Everybody should hear it and want to know what to do to be saved. But if you don't hear this warning, this blowing, then you're going to partake in that destruction, man. Just like a fire alarm. If you don't hear the fire alarm and the house is burning, you're going to burn with it. All right. It says, "Shall there be evil in a city, and Yahawashi hath not done it?"
And there shall be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahawashi have not done it. Because what? The Lord's mouthpiece is the prophets. And before he destroys the city, he sends out a warning by the way of his prophets. And it's up to you to discern if these are the actual men of the Lord or not. But if things are happening as the men of the Lord say it, you know what I'm saying? If this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and it actually happens, you should take heed. But, you know, if you're not taking heed, then that's not wise, you know? And then sooner or later, the evil is going to come in the city, and the Lord's going to do it himself. Because he already warned you. He gave you a far out warning. Hey, man, if you don't get right, if you don't stop doing this and stop doing that, you know, like afterwards, I'm gonna cleave the tongue of my prophets. You know, like he's gonna shut the mouth of his prophets, man. And then he's gonna do the dirty work. You know, and that's what he does. And that's what he does throughout the whole Bible. You know, he shows you that over and over and over through his prophets, man. Through Jeremiah, through Jonah. You know, he's showing that in the book of Lamentations after you know, like after you know, like bad things starting to happen when people didn't take heed to Jeremiah, man. And so Jeremiah had to make the book of Lamentations, man, and it showed you how much hell that our people been through. And they're gonna go through worse than the book of Lamentations. Lamentations and woe, man.
Going back to the article to get more detail on it, it says some local media reports earlier said the crush happened after a large number of people rushed at an Itaewon bar after hearing an unidentified celebrity visit there. At least 59 people were killed and 150 more were injured after being crushed by a large crowd pushing forward on a narrow street during Halloween festivities in the capital Seoul, South Korea, officials said.
Imagine you're it's your last day on earth without you even knowing, and you getting crushed by thousands of people, hundreds of people, just so they can see a celebrity, and and you end up dying because of that.
That was the reason why you died, man. And on top of that, you was partaking in a wicked ass holiday. And now the Most High sent his men out there to warn others to not be like them, man. To not be like you. You know, the ones that died, man. Because like it say in Job, whoever perished being innocent. So there was a reason for your death, man. Okay? And I got this right here. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. It says, the prophets that had been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. It say and of evil. So the evil that's in the city. So that's how you know who the true prophets are to this day. The ones that's bringing out this word and sounding the alarm, man. If they're not doing that, they're in their churches talking about prosperity and everything, you know the Most High hasn't sent them. Going down to verse 9 is the point. It says, the prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that Yahawashi hath truly sent him. And this was not peace, man. And the Most High done it. Deuteronomy 32 verse 39 says, I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal.
That's right.
So that means the Most High did that, and he's using that as a perfect example of what not to do, because Halloween's right around the corner, man. And we're definitely going to be seeing people dressing up. Even right now, people are going to those parties. So this is a warning, but once the warning is out, the Most High is going to do his work, man.
That's right. And we're about to go to the chief place of concourse. You know, the chief place of concourse where all nations dwell, where they go shopping, where they go out to eat. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see people wearing Halloween costumes before Monday, which is the you know, like, which is October 31st. So we're going to see people dressing of all kinds of costumes and, you know, and spirits, you know. But we're going to witness something, man. Something's going to happen, man. Something's going to happen, and it's going to put the fear in these people, man. You know, probably in a few, because a lot of people, they don't fear the Lord. You know what I'm saying? The true men of the Lord, we fear him. You know? So this is the foreshadow of what's about to happen here in America. And Lord's will, let it happen so people can fear the Lord. All right, you got any more on that?
No, that was all on that.
All right, so we're going to end it on that, man. I hope this class was edifying to the elect. Call Allah.
Yahawah,
Bahasham,
Bahasham,
Qadash. Double honors to the teachers and the head apostles of the great millstone rule well. Peace and salutations to the alchemy and pushing out this work with true sincerity. All right, till next time we say Shalom.
DTA,
above soon. Very soon.